Well, the night before Thanksgiving is known as Blackout Wednesday. It's one of the busiest nights at bars and pubs, and that makes it a dangerous night to be out on the road. In fact, Michigan State Police say Thanksgiving is actually the second deadliest holiday when it comes to traffic accidents. According to the National Safety Council, an average of 430 people are killed across the nation during the week of Thanksgiving. So how can you protect yourself? I'd like to welcome back personal injury attorney Ben Johnson, who will tell us what we do if we find ourselves in a serious accident, and it can happen to anyone at any time.
Absolutely, King. Good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning. So what are some of the steps? Well, to start off, we've been in an accident. What's the first thing we should do?
First thing you have to do, obviously, is pull over to a safe spot. You want to document the damage to your car. If the other person sticks around like they're required to do under the law, you want to document their license plate, their insurance information, exchange that information, get a police report. You're going to hear me say documentation, documentation, document. You know why.
Yeah, but some people say, well, look, we don't need to get the police involved, or hey, look, Ben, we don't need to get.
We don't want to pay that deductible, right? We don't want to pay the deductible.
Pay for it in cash.
Got it? No. Because what happens is the insurance companies, if you don't document it, will come back to you and say, "What accident? What do you mean? You develop neck and back pain later on, Keenan? Or this other person, you found out the damage to your car exceeds your deductible." You actually have some ways to have them pay for it. But if you don't document it with a police report, going to a physician if you're in fact injured, take some photographs. We all have our cell phones out now. Might as well use them for good cause, right? Yeah. Document.
Now, what happens if you're in an accident, you've done everything right, I got the other person's information, we document, but I don't feel like I'm bad now, but then a week later, 2 weeks later, my back starts to hurt or something else starts to hurt.
Happens all the time. And the fact of the matter is a lot of injuries can be spinal injuries, actually, in fact, with neck and back and so forth, where ultimately surgery is required, doesn't present itself for a few days to a week or so after an incident. So go to the doctor, tell the doctor about when the accident was, which is important to have that police report and prove, and make sure that you also inform your insurance company of that accident, that even though I don't feel injured now, I went to my doctor, I found out later, and of course, call your favorite personal injury lawyer. You know that, Keenan.
Absolutely. Now, what are some of the issues that people do run into? They've done everything right. Does that protect them?
Well, big scheme, yes, it protects them, but does it mean that everyone's going to believe them? No, and that's why, again, you go to the police, you get your report, you go to your doctor, you get it worked out, you go take your car to the collision shop. All these things show you were in an accident and document it for you.
And that documentation is your main protection.
It's the only protection you have, because if you don't document, it didn't happen.
All right. Now, people need to get in touch with you. How can they get in touch with you? How can they reach you?
855-VEN-FIGHTS, baby.
855-VEN. And you do personal injury? Is that your main practice?
That's it. Yes, sir.
That's it.
On behalf of the people. Yes, sir.
On behalf of the people. All right. Thank you so much. That's great information.
Happy
and
Thanksgiving.
Couldn't be better timed because, we're about a week away from that deadly night on the roads.
Be safe.
All right. Thank you very much. We will be safe.